Where are the remaining 98 hours of Epstein tapes? Wolff says he has 100 or so, maybe more. In that tape, he says, I have 100 of hours of him talking about Trump. So maybe he has even more of him just talking, period. 1 hour and 44 minutes were provided to the Daily Beast. A few minutes, if that, was played on Wolff's podcast. So what gives? Where's the rest of it? Well, we at the Megyn Kelly Show can confirm that more tapes do indeed exist. We know because my team and I have heard some of them. The tapes have not been made public because we have been told they are part of an unknown, unreleased project. Who's doing the project? Who now owns the tapes? I don't know. We do not have a copy of them, nor do we know the plans for them. But we do recall some of what we heard on them. We heard a conversation from April 2019, which is 5 months after Julie K. Brown's explosive reporting on Epstein that really led to the end for him and young women in the Miami Herald. That led to renewed national scrutiny on Jeffrey Epstein. It talked basically it was all about how Epstein had negotiated some 36 women coming forward, young women, 13 to 15, 13 to 16, coming forward against Jeffrey Epstein at the time. And the local PD, she wrote, was doing its job, trying to process all these claims. And then eventually it became so huge, they brought in the feds. This is under the George W. Bush administration. It was 2007 that this first unfolded. Obama didn't, take office till January of 2009. And so this thing was growing back then against Epstein. And that's when Alan Dershowitz came in. He represented Jeffrey Epstein, and he got him the sweetheart deal of the century, where they made all these women go away by not involving them in the plea. They didn't tell the women that they were copying a plea with this guy. They actually told the women that the case was ongoing, which is a violation of their rights and led in part to some of the payouts these women got. It's totally unfair to them. They never had their day in court because of what the feds did with Epstein at that time. They struck a sweetheart plea deal with him where he got to plead guilty to solicitation of prostitution from a minor, which is not a thing. Minors cannot prostitute themselves. That's called statutory rape. So that's what Epstein was going through. That's what they were suggesting. He was blaming on Trump, that Trump somehow dropped a dime on him at the time after this failed real estate deal or this fight they had over either real estate or, seeking girls at Mar-a-Lago. We just don't know. We've had different stories told to us. And he thought Trump was at the root of his legal problems.